Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just going to have a day of trying new makeup. I've heard recently that a lot of people have been talking about this Natasha Denona Metropolis palette. This is brand new to me. You would have already seen it on my haul video, my haul live that I had on Friday. But people have been talking about it so much that I thought it'd be fun if we created a look using this Natasha Denona Metropolis palette, which is a very popular palette, as well as a ton of other new makeup that I got. So if you're interested in seeing a full face of new makeup, then just keep watching. Okay guys, so like I said in my intro, I've heard a lot of people talking about the Metropolis palette. I have to be honest, it wasn't really on my radar when it released last year, I think during the holidays. But the more and more that I heard about it, the more that I looked at it, I've been watching videos on it. And you know, what intrigued me the most was the difference in formulas. We get some shimmers, we get some mattes, we got a cream formula that blends like matte. I mean, there's a lot going on this palette, and it's really, really beautiful. Let me show it to you. I mean, there's just a lot. Now, I have talked about how I've been sticking to like smaller quads or quints even, and you know, it's because I get so overwhelmed when I have too many choices. But this was just too beautiful to pass up. Obviously, you know, if you know me, what stands out to me are going to be the greens, the pops of blues, and it's just my jam. Like, this is what I love. But I have a ton of other new makeup that I'm very excited to share with you guys. So we have some Huda Beauty, we have some Vitary, some more Lisa Eldridge, Charlotte Tilbury, and so not all of it is new, but we'll just do a full face. I'll let you know what I'm using. I'll let you know what is new to me and give you my first impressions. And if you have any questions during the video regarding the products that I'm using, or you know, any suggestions if I'm using it wrong, whatever the case, make sure and leave those comments down below. This is really why we do this. We love the community. We love talking to other makeup lovers, and so that's always really important. During the video, if you like what you see, give me a like. Make sure and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. We have a ton of fun here. We do a lot of makeup reviews, but we're gonna have a lot of fun for Christmas. We're also gearing for our 1,000 subscriber giveaway. So there's a lot going on, but there's a lot of people here that truly love people and they love makeup, so we have a lot of fun. Make sure and go follow me on Instagram and Twitter. That's really where we get to connect one-on-one. That's why I do this. I love new makeup friends, so definitely go and follow me there. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I thought that we would start with the palette, with the eye look. I don't normally do that. I always work on my complexion first, but I'm a little nervous because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to work with these cream shadows. This might be a disaster, but this will definitely be my first impressions. I've swatched some of them, and you know, the more I swatch the cream shadows, the more I like them, but the more scared I get because I really don't even know what brushes to use or whatnot. So okay, so this palette retails for $129. I did get it for 20% off during the VIB Rouge holiday savings event at Sephora. And as I mentioned, we have some really beautiful Natasha Denona creamy mattes here. We have some cream shadows that I'm a little nervous about, but that's okay. We have some shimmers, and we do have a topper shade, like a glitter topper shade there. So I think you've already seen swatches of the palette, but I think what I'll do is, as I decide what look I'm gonna go with, I'll swatch those so that we can kind of see what our look's gonna come together like. So there's a couple greens that I want to try. I think I want to try either this one or this one, and these are both cream, in the cream formula if I'm not mistaken, these two here. So let me grab a quick swatch of that. So this looks very similar to some of the palettes that you've seen me use recently, like for instance the Ether Beauty Mini Topaz. I think the Charlotte Tilbury that I posted on my Instagram a few days ago. But again, it's the formula. The formula is different. So definitely want to do green, and I think I might stick to the outer corner with the greens. These look a little light, so let's just so that we know exactly what we're doing, we're gonna pop in this deep dark green as well. Funny enough, this is also in the cream formula. Okay, so we've got a good outer V situation. Hey, there we go, a good outer V situation there. Then what I think I want to do in my crease is a little bit of orange. And so the 3 oranges when swatching that really did speak to me are these 3 here. And I'm not sure which ones we'll go with, but I'll give it a quick swatch. So let me swatch this one first, this one second, and then this one third. The first orange that I'm swatching is in the matte formula, just from touching it. And it's really pretty. I'm gonna go to my other hand here because it gets a little hard. Then I'm gonna go with the second one. That one's a cream formula, which is this one here, cream formula. Those almost look identical. And then we're gonna swatch this one here. And it's also the cream. Okay, I don't know why I didn't think there was too many creams in here, but whatever, let's get comfortable with it, right? Okay, and these are the swatches on the oranges. So that's gonna go like in the crease. And we're gonna deepen out the outer V with the greens. And then I know that in the inner 1/3 or the inner 2/3 of my lid, I do wanna go in with this really beautiful glittery, almost duochrome shade here. So let me swatch that for you. That is the shimmer shade there. So this is what we have to work with. I think we can come up with something really pretty. You know, a couple things about the palette. So it looks so sturdy, so fancy. It looks like leather, almost like a portfolio, which I think is super cool. The inside of the palette, like this is like a very soft foamy material. And then it has this screen protector or these shadow protectors, but it's like glued on there, which is different. I never see that in palettes. So I thought the whole thing is really cool. It's got like the little cuts in there, so if you want to rip it off, but I don't want to rip it off. And then you get a pretty nice sized mirror. I won't flash you, but there it is. So overall, I mean, this looks like a very luxe palette. I'm very happy to have it. Okay, so just to dip my toes in the cream shadows a little bit, I'm going to be a chicken and go in with the lightest of the oranges there. I'm gonna go in with a Sigma E25 blending brush, and I'm just gonna dab into the pan a little bit. Oh, and by the way, I have primed my lids with my just standard NARS Smudge Proof tinted eye primer, and I'm just going to go into the crease. Okay. It blended nicely. Like, it's the craziest thing. It looks like a cream on my lid, but it's blending out really nicely, so that's good. Does anybody know if I should be using if it's okay to use natural haired brushes with these creams, or if I should stick to synthetic? Like, I'm not a brush expert or anything. I'm still learning, but I took a second dip into that orange and now it's really popping. I think I was a little scared about going in too heavy the first time. That pops, you guys. That's pretty. I don't know if I should deepen up that crease, but maybe I will just a little bit. Maybe I will just a little bit. Okay. So now I'm gonna go in with this orange here. I'm going in with my BK207, like my little smudger brush, my little pencil brush. And I'm just going to very lightly further intensify this crease. I don't feel like it's doing anything. That's probably because I'm so scared to go in with more color. It intensified it a little bit, didn't deepen it up too much, but that's okay. And I think I might end up cutting the crease here at the beginning because I do want my shimmer to stand out. Now I'm gonna go in with this lighter camo green here, which if you remember, it's this shade here. And I'm gonna test my natural haired brush. I'm gonna go in with my Refer number 2 and just kind of go in lightly. It picked up a good amount of product, so I'm hoping that it will work. But I'm just going to, oh yeah, it works good. And I'm just going in to marry the two, the orange and the green. That's a really cool green, actually. I like it. Who has this palette, by the way? Like, do you guys like it? What are your favorite color combinations? I'd love to know because, again, I get so overwhelmed when I have a lot of options for color, but that's blending in really nicely. I don't know if it's because they're both cream formulas, but I am digging it. I'm gonna go back in with my BK207 and I'm gonna go in to this green here. Just lightly tap in there and then start to really deepen up the outer V a little bit here and just give that first green a little pop. I wonder if we're creating a mess here. Oh well, it's just makeup. I feel like I want to add a little bit of yellow into the eye. So I'm going to go in with this shade here. Let me swatch it for you. That's the color there. I'm going in with my rougher number 13, just a very small little brush. And I'm just going to go in to the top here with some yellow, just to kind of provide that gradient for the orange. That just looks like fall, you guys. Looks really pretty. I'm going to cut the crease a little bit because I feel like I went in too far with the orange there. It just gives me a good indication of where I need to go. I'm going to go back in to this green here, just to make sure that we can get rid of that harsh concealer line. I'm gonna let that concealer dry a little bit, work on the other eye, and I'll be right back. Okay, I finished my other eye, and I am really liking how it's turning out. It's really, really pretty, and I'm always scared to play with color, but I think the more and more that I do it, I get a little more comfortable, so I'm excited about what we've kind of got going on here. So I'm going in with my Sigma F70. This is a concealer brush, and I'm going to go into this like duochrome shift, and I'm still trying to think about what color it looks like. Maybe once I apply it, you guys will be able to tell me which palette it's from what we've used. Oh, you know what? I was pointing to the wrong one. It's actually the third one, this one here. I'm gonna try it with this brush first, and again, this is a concealer brush, and then if I need to go in with my fingers, I will. The concealer here is pretty much dry. Do you guys see that? Oh, that's really pretty. I hate that the camera's not doing it justice because, again, it's like a duochrome. It's got red shift to it, green shift, gold. For the most part, it looks light, just like it looks on camera there. But it's just when you shift around that you see those colors pop through. Okay, so that's what we've got so far. I was a little worried. I felt like we were being a little too bold, but I think it's coming together nicely. I won't do the lower lash line until I've done my foundation and concealer, but yeah, so far so good. So let's go on to the next product. I didn't have a new primer, so I went in with my Chantecaille SPF Blur Primer on the perimeters, and then I used my Elta MD for like the T-zone. They both have SPF, and I think it's pretty. So for foundation, we have a new foundation. I'm so excited. It's the Faux Filter Skin Finish Foundation Stick that was just released during the sale. This is in the shade 330N Butter Pecan. I hope it's the right shade because, you know, having to buy foundation online is a little hard anyway, but every person that I've seen use this in their videos are like, oh, it's a little too dark, it's a little too light. Like, I don't know. So I'm hoping that it works. Just for a point of reference, I have combo oily skin, oily here in the T-zone. Here, pretty much normal during the winter, a little bit oilier during the summer. So we'll see. I didn't buy the hydrating jelly primer that she released with this, but let's go ahead and go in. I don't think it looks that bad. Okay, very quickly, I'm gonna go in with my BK 101 brush. This is my favorite foundation brush at the moment. It's spreading very nicely. I feel instantly blurred my pores. I have really large pores in this area. And you know what? Even though it does, I feel like blend very nicely and easily, it sets pretty fast, but I think that it still gives you enough time to work with it. So that's good. This is my everyday go-to application method since I discovered this brush through, you know, it was the Britt Clark bundle set, and it works perfectly. I'm excited. It looks good. You know, the claims are that it's supposed to be just a faux filter. It's gonna look very natural and whatnot. It does. It looks really, really nice. And I want to keep blending, but it's done. That was really easy. We'll see how it holds up throughout the day, but that's exciting. I love it. Love, love. Okay. I don't have a new concealer, so I'm just going to go in with my Dior, which is like my holy grail. I don't know why I'm using so much, but whatevs. I don't think I've talked about this in depth, but I want you guys to know like the concealer trick that I've used since I watched it on Lisa J's channel. And it is that you apply your concealer and then you just very lightly spritz your brush with your setting spray. Obviously my go-to is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Spray. And that's how you kind of blend it in and apply it. It's a game changer, guys. Like, I don't think that I've set my concealer intentionally with powder since then. So I really, really love how that technique works. I'm actually going to link her video down below because I thought it was so good. And I know for me, like, I like colorful eye looks, but I want my skin to look like skin. So that can only happen by using as little powder as possible and using products that really do give a skin-like finish. I'll link that video down below. I thought it was so good. Okay, for powder, which we're just gonna use a very light amount, is the Vitary powders. I have been thinking about these. People that talk to me every day know, like, I've been wanting to try these so badly because I think I was going a little too heavy with my acids and I had to pull back since we're getting into the colder months. And so I was getting really dry in this area here and in like the T-zone area, and it was really bothering me. So I've heard of the Vitary Hydro Powder. These are so, so good. They're kind of spendy. They're on Beautylish. And actually, these were sent to me by my friend, Susanna Torres. So thank you so much. I think she might have like used one of them like once and then just didn't touch them. So I'm so happy to have these and try them out. She sent me the shade Apricot Light and then Medium Fair. So I'm just going to quickly swatch them on my hand to see what we use. I might even be able to use like the medium around my face and then the Apricot Light under the eyes. We'll see. So the Apricot, it looks pink in the tin, but it's actually pretty light. I think it's gonna have to be the Medium Fair. This is Apricot Light and this is Medium Fair. So excited about this powder. I've heard pretty amazing things. It's actually pretty pigmented from what I can see here. I think I'm going to try just a little tiny bit of the Apricot Light under the eyes, just a light dusting. This is my favorite brush for that. It's the Sephora Pro number 93, like the light featherweight. Yeah, they gave it a really pretty brightening effect under the eyes. It's supposed to have hyaluronic acid in it and just be really good for the skin, so I'm excited. Guys, the complexion is looking good. I'm so excited. It looked good before the powder, by the way. Very, very skin-like, very beautiful. And this powder just kind of made it look matte, but beautiful and very, very natural. So, yay. I have a new bronzer, but I don't want to use it until I do my dedicated video. So we'll talk about that one later. But I'm going to go in with my Huda cheek brush. And I'm going to use my Hourglass Edit Palette. This is not new, but you know, with so much new makeup, it's hard to use up your stuff, so I'm excited to be using this today. BK202 brush, I'm going to go into the bronzer and just kind of define a little bit here. Nothing too crazy. For my blush, you've already seen me use this, but I love it, and I didn't buy a new blush. It's my Westman Atelier like blush stick. This is in the shade Petal. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. It was recommended, if you haven't seen that video, by my friend Al Feisty, and we did like a product swap where she tried my favorite products that I felt were underrated, and I did the same with hers, and this was one of them, and it's just a gorgeous blush. Highlight, my Hourglass Strobe Highlighting Palette. At the end, guys, I'll kind of talk about what the new products are that I tried today and what my first impressions are. So tell me something. Who has started shopping for Christmas, and how early or how late do you guys start? I feel like every year I'm in a different kind of mood. Like sometimes I'll start right away. Like literally we'll have all my gifts like, you know, wrapped and under the tree to just kind of like mess with my kids December 1st. And then sometimes I'm not even doing anything till like the 23rd. It's just like I have to be in the mood. And this year we're traveling to California for Christmas, so I am kind of just wondering how to do it, you know, because I still want my kids to have a nice Christmas and to be able to open up some gifts, but I don't want to be hauling all this stuff back I don't know. And then my kid, like my 10-year-old, my 14-year-old, they're still in the stage where they like to open gifts, you know, versus gift cards. I'm going to line my eyes a little bit at the top. And I have this brand new Charlotte Tilbury Green Lights. What do they call this? It's the Green Lights Magic Liner Duo. So you get like a pop and an enhance. So a dark and a light, which I love. So you get these two greens. So that's cute. I think I'm going to use it just kind of on the outer half of the eye. Have my e.l.f. eyeliner brush to just kind of help perfect that line a little bit. Wow, I really like this eyeliner. It's creamy, but it's not, it doesn't glide too much like a kohl. I don't know, I feel like I have control with it. I like it. It also gives you time to like smudge it out if you need to. Eyes are looking so cute. Okay, what are we doing on the lower lash? I'm gonna go in with this one, the enhance or the lighter one. Just kind of start that way. Oh, that's pretty. Do you guys see that? I think I actually want to go back in with this mustardy yellow that I used earlier and just add a little wash of it, like nothing too crazy. Just a little wash. That looks pretty, guys. Check it out. I love it. Let me throw on some lashes and then we'll finish it off with some beautiful lips I got. All right, guys, and we're back to do our lips. And can I just say, I was doing my lashes and like adding a little bit of, I added the Charlotte Tilbury liner, but the light one in the waterline just to see how it performs. I'm not really sure yet, but like I love the look. Obviously, like it looks to me like fall, but like as I was like applying my lashes and stuff, like you guys, why didn't anybody tell me about these Natasha Denona cream shadows? Oh my goodness, they are so amazing. And I was looking at them and they just look like your eye, like kind of like, you know, when you don't do a lot of powder on your face and you just do like all cream products and it just looks so skin-like and so beautiful and like not powdery at all. Wow. Wow is all I have to say. These cream shadows are freaking everything, you guys. I wish you guys could see this in person. It's so pretty. Then, of course, the Lisa J tips on the under eye. I didn't really set too deeply with anything, you know, I just did like a light dusting with my brush, but it looks like in person so dewy and so skin-like, and I love that. I have my Westman Atelier blush, which also looks pretty dewy, but my skin doesn't feel like sticky, like it's gonna get oily, you know what I mean? So I love that. I have 3 new lip products, and I wish this was alive so you guys can help me choose, but I have the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude, and this one's in the shade Andrea. I have Lisa Eldridge, Velvet Affair. So I was crying and whining and bitching on my channel or like on somebody's live about how I forgot to buy a Velvet Affair, my FOMO video. And I was on a live last week with Susanna Torres, and she's like, Yadi, I got you. I accidentally ordered 2, and I was like, no! So she sent it to me. I'm so grateful. I'm so excited about this one because this is one of the original ones that I really wanted. So let's do some swatches. She also sent me this new Kosas. I don't know if it's new, but it's new to me and new in general. It's the Kosas Jellyfish Wet Lip Gloss. So I'll show all 3 to you guys so you guys can see those. I haven't seen anybody use Andrea for the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude. It's really beautiful packaging. It's like mirrored, and then it has like a, you know, like a magnet. So that's really pretty. This is the shade here. Let me give you a quick swatch. I knew it was going to be like super nude and I might need a liner, so that's fine. And then of course, here's the Lisa Eldridge. We have this beautiful LE at the top, and this is in the shade Velvet Affair. Oh my goodness, that's so beautiful. I love it. I'm so excited. Maybe we should like put them together. That's so pretty, you guys. I'm so excited. You know what? I'm gonna use all 3 products together. So yeah, hopefully I can define my lips with the Lisa Eldridge and we'll go from there. So here we go. Oh my goodness. And this is Velvet Affair. Isn't that gorgeous, you guys? Oh, I'm so excited. I almost don't want to ruin it, but I really want to see how these 2 look together. So let's just ruin it. It's fine. So this is the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude in the shade Andrea. This is so delicious too. That's gorgeous, guys. Ooh, 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 love it. Okay, I love Affair. I think I love it so much more with this Natasha Denona, just kind of as an ombre effect in the middle there. Do you guys see that? It looks good. Oh man. Okay, let's do just a close-up of my face and then I'll kind of just give you my final thoughts. Wow, 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 wow. So much to be excited about. Okay, I love, love, love how this face all turned out. Okay, I had to do setting spray. Some people do setting spray just to kind of get rid of like the powdery look. I do it for that sometimes. I love how this performs. I also did it because I didn't really use a lot of powder or pack it on. So it's more of a creamy, natural look today, so I want it to stay intact. This Huda Beauty Foundation claims to be transfer resistant. From what I've seen, it's probably not, but you know, either way, I love to go in with a setting spray. So like just initial thoughts, I'm really mad that I didn't know how amazing this palette was, but I'm really happy that I have it. Look at this. First of all, the color story is beautiful, but like Natasha Denona, like now I know what the hype is about. To be honest, my very first palette purchase was, I think the Safari palette at the beginning of this year, and I returned it. It was that horrible, you guys. It was horrible. It was patchy. I couldn't get it to work. It was an all matte palette, and I just like was kind of turned off by Natasha Denona. The bronze palette kind of changed my mind about it a little bit, and then glam palette, the mini Zendo. I've just been so into it. Then of course we just did the review on the Trio Chrome palette, and now this one. Like, okay, I get it. She's good. She's really good. So I'm very excited about that. This lipstick combination, bomb. Love the Vitary powder so far from what I can tell. I think it's going to be great. The Charlotte Tilbury eyeliner I think is so pretty. I just think the whole thing came out really, really good. So I think it was a successful trying new makeup video. What did you guys think? Do you guys have Metropolis? I feel like lately, like as soon as the Sephora sale was coming, everybody kind of started talking about Metropolis again. It was like a popular topic of conversation, which is why I thought it would be a good idea to use it in a video, because as you can see from the look and then from what I can tell from the formula and everything else, it's kind of a classic. So I'm excited to have been able to share this with you in a video. Yeah, I think that I will leave a pinned comment down below on how the foundation and the powder wore throughout the day. I can include a comment on this. I have a feeling it's gonna be great. So I thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know what other makeup is kind of piquing your interest that's not necessarily new. I want to start like shopping my stash a little bit more. This was fun, just using stuff that I have that I haven't used in a minute. With this one just kind of like resurfacing to the top and getting everybody all hot and bothered, like I just wonder what other stuff is out there that's not necessarily new, but really, really good. So thanks again. Make sure and subscribe if you haven't already. Give me a like if you like what you see, and come and follow me on Instagram and Twitter. That's where I love to connect. I want to be your friend. Come find me so we can be friends. Thanks again, guys. I hope that you guys have an amazing week, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!